Hi, Bumblebee. You're here before me. Yes, you'd be proud of me. I've done some parties on Poshmark. I've done 2 today already. It seems to be less intimidating for me to do a party. If I catch the parties what time they're on, I'm setting an alarm on my phone to do them, and then going in and sharing things that way. I had a question for you. Can you, like if it's a really small party for me, where I don't have many things at all, like a dozen things, can I reshare those a few times in the party, or are you only supposed to share once? That's my question for you today. My daughter is willing to figure out Poshmark. And however, now she has 2 more shoots to do. One snow shoot, which is, we're having a snowstorm right now. How did the snow go through your area? I mean, I think you should still be in the snowstorm, right? Yeah. I mean, we don't have a tremendous amount. It's not even covering my road out there, but we're supposed to get up to 1 foot of snow. So who knows what it'll do overnight and this evening. I'm just hoping it doesn't get windy, because I certainly don't want to lose power. That's my big fear. I don't worry about the snow because I'm not out driving in it at all. Yes, as far as reselling, I think this past week may have been my worst week ever. But I'm going to share it anyway. Won't take very long. So you understand the app will only share once to a party. You mean if I tried to share it again, it wouldn't share? I'll have to try and see if it won't do it. Yeah, if I do the parties and those things move up in my closet, and then sometime I could just do the things that are way at the bottom that never get seen, I wonder if I could do those things at the bottom of my closet that aren't anything special on those evening parties that don't seem to. Hi, Sue. I see you. Those evening parties don't seem to have, any special things. You can pretty much put anything on them. Yeah, it's snowing. The snow here isn't real pretty. It's real fine. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be that really wet snow. Mr. Pesto, hi. Good to see you. You got 5 inches here last night. Okay, we didn't get that much yet. We've just gotten a couple inches so far of new snow. But it's just really started to snow more in the last hour or so. So we'll see. You're like Shirley's hens. I'm not going outside. You don't like to step in the snow either. No, it's funny. My hens will not put their little feet in the snow. And I'm sure that's why I had a hard time catching. Maybe I didn't tell you. Yesterday I went out to put my hens away into their safe place, into their safe area. It's like nothing, no predators can get in that area. So I put them in there when it's just about this time of night. They're not ready to go to roost yet, but I want them in someplace safe. So I take a treat out to them usually. Some greens or some corn or whatever. It's different all the time. And they know I do that, and they tend to wait for me. And they're looking in at the back. They're looking toward the back door at around this time because they're waiting for their treat. So I gave them their treat, put them in the cage, shut the door, and counted them. I always count them, and there was only 7. So there's supposed to be 8. So I look out around the yard, and here is Daisy, one of the Easter eggers, one of the gray ones. She's running around frantically because she sees that I've shut them in and treated them, and she's out. Okay, there's only part of that area where there's no snow, and she's running back and forth, and I'm trying to get her around the fence to go in the door. Well, she'd have to go through the snow is the problem that I finally figured out. So she tried to fly up. Now she can fly over that fence easily because that's how she gets in and out all the time. But with me interfering, she flew up and tried to fly through the fence. It's a netting fence. And the openings are about this big. Well, she gets halfway through, and now she's caught. And she's caught really well. She's caught that her wings, I can't get her out, either forward or backwards. So I have to then go into the garage and get a pair of scissors and cut the netting so that she can get through. And now I have a big hole in the netting where she was a bad girl. And she ran like crazy then to get with her flock. And I don't know if she got in on the treats or not. Yes, I can share most anything to the evening parties. Okay. No snow yet in Erie. Oh, I'm sure you'll get it. I'm surprised unless it went further south than you, because this is a great big snowstorm. They even named it. It's called Odetta or Odella, something like that. It's even given it, this storm has a name. Let's see. I'll put this on here because it's long. How many new dropped off listings have you shared this past week? I only had like maybe 3, and they were pairs of jeans. So I didn't, it was only 3. And those would have gone on as really new. I know your answer to my first question may have an effect on my second. Okay. Yeah, maybe that will scare her into trying to get out for a while. But who knows? She always thinks things are better on the other side of the fence, like the saying goes. But she never likes to go away from, she only goes a foot or 2 away from the fencing when she's out because they don't like to get away from their flock. So, I don't know. They're funny. Very fun to have chickens. But I haven't put them back anywhere because I didn't let them out today because it's all snow covered and they wouldn't have gone out anyway. So they're already in the safe place. I won't have to go out there till it's time to close their little pop door, and they go to roost. So. Do you think listing only 3? Well, if that's truly the case, that it really doesn't help to, if it truly doesn't help to end my listings, which I do with all this that I'm doing, I'm when I'm redoing my inventory, I'm ending everything. Supposedly it gives them a new ID number, and supposedly that is supposed to be like a brand new listing. But like they said, somebody said, the amount of my active listings, my count, does not go up or down. So maybe eBay has figured that out. Yeah, it only will go up and down if I find a listing or a something in my inventory that hasn't been listed, or for a long time, it's fallen off. So maybe that could be. I'm thinking maybe I have to buy some new inventory. I can't just depend on 2 or 3 things that have fallen off of listings. Some bins have 2 or 3 things, and some bins everything's listed, and I just end and relist, or end and sell similar. So I don't know. So I don't know. I've done a couple men's boxes of jeans. I think I have one more bin of men's jeans, and then I'll be entirely through with jeans, men's and women's. Right now I have a bin here of women's clothing, tops and skirts and dresses I'm working on. But I don't know whether to order a ThredUp box, or maybe Bumblebee. Maybe you could send me a box. I don't know if are you still shopping? I bet you are. I don't know. Maybe I could use some boxes of new things. I mean, I've sold my inventory down a little bit, and that means down on Poshmark too, because the things that are cross-listed, I then take off of Poshmark. And hopefully my daughter will finally, I think she is not that busy that she couldn't, we could get my Poshmark over to her computer at least, and she could start looking through it and seeing what I mean. I mean, she's not that busy right now. She's edited her last big shoot, that what they wanted a whole lot edited. Let's see. If it's a new listing, why does eBay say when I'm looking things up, this item was newly relisted? Makes me think it doesn't consider it new. It says relisted because I'm putting it on. When I do it, I end the listing and then sell similar. So they're still catching it as relisted. Well, that's not going to help me then. I do actually need some new items. Well, maybe we should try that. I should get some more boxes of stuff. I see these people out thrifting. Makes me really miss doing it, even though it made me so tired. But yeah. Mr. Pesto. Thankfully, I stockpiled a garage full of stuff this summer, so I don't have to leave the house to shop. Yes. So much for those death piles being bad. I think they're good. I think we've learned that they're good to have. Yeah. If I ever get back to going out, if we ever get loosed to the world, I'm still waiting to get my vaccination. I look every day online where they're supposed to notify me. So far, they haven't notified me yet. But I'm the next in line here, 75 and up. So we'll see. No, I haven't done the ties yet. I'm still working through the bins. Yes, those would be new. Even though they're not real big sellers, but they would count. You're right, they would count as new. Maybe after this bin that I'm doing now, maybe I should go pull. I could just use my phone, look up the ones, and pull the ones that aren't listed up there. I'd have a whole stack of them to do. And they're very easy to list. So it would go pretty fast. Good thinking, Bumblebee. It would just maybe get attention to my store. I quit watching haul videos unless it is a ThredUp box. I can order those, but the thrift hauls make me jealous. Yes, I know. I know. I've got some good ThredUp boxes. I may order from ThredUp or from Bumblebee because I get good boxes from her too. Yes, Becky Parks opened a shoe box, in fact, 2 of them, and I wasn't thrilled with her shoe box. So I don't want to be stuck with a bunch of shoes that I don't know what to do with. So I think the men's boxes and just the, all kinds of different, the big box of clothing are the ones I like from ThredUp. You put at least 3 ties a day on? Yeah. I know they're easier to list than your regular things. And yes, I think I will do that and see if that adding those new things makes a difference. And then we'll know, even though they're ties. Actually, I love my ties. I have some gorgeous ties up there. I wish I could think of something to do with them. I know people make quilts and everything else out of them, but I don't sew, and my sewing machine's broke, so. Just put on about 3 ties a day. Yeah. You said $6 for a pair of shoes. You can't see is not good. I know. No, I'm not. Have I ever ordered shoes from them? I don't remember ever ordering shoes. They're very seldom available, number one. The purses, that's another thing. Sometimes the purses, the handbags, I guess they call them now. Sometimes the boxes are really good and sometimes they're terrible. So I'm not big on them either. And they're very hard to get anyway. So I'm more apt to buy just the big clothing box or the men's clothing. I think the men's clothing are good because they don't sell men's clothing, and I hope they never do on ThredUp, because that will mean that the things sent to ThredUp to sell, when people don't know that, will be pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm going to buy shoes, I want to see them and, myself before I buy shoes. $6 is about what I have to pay for shoes at my Goodwill, unless they're tagged, with the sale tag. But yeah, it used to be $5 for shoes. I think they raised it to $6. Yeah, but I want to see them. So let me show you these few little items that I bought. Not bought, sold. Out of these 6, I think there's only 6 items here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you believe that? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 items I sold this past week, the whole week. 5. 5. Now there's 2 things back there that were bought but haven't been paid for. And I'll talk about that after I show you these few things. 5 items, but 2 were Poshmark. So only 3 eBay items. That's how bad. So something is going on. And how you can edit your store. I did that, did my whole store. Sometimes that'll boost it up. I accepted low offers to try to, boost my sales. Nothing has worked. So let me show you here. Unfortunately, I have the wrong thing on here. Okay. Whoop. Don't want that. Here, share. Okay. The first thing was a Poshmark sale. And it was this tie-dye and plaid and flannel button-up shirt. It was really soft, and it was a size large, women's. And I'm not sure where I got this. It might have been from you, Bumblebee, being tie-dyed. I don't know if it was from you or ThreadUp. It was one of the 2. Anyway, it sold for $18. And out of the 18, I made $14.40. My big sale was these riding boots. Now, these, I don't even remember where I got these, to tell you the truth. These I've had for a long time, so I may have got them myself at Goodwill. I'm not really sure. They were by Regents, tall riding boots, and they had a wide calf. I thought they'd sell right away. Size 9, they fit me really well. That's me. That's my legs. And they sold. I've had them a long time. I finally put an offer out for $44.77, and that's what I sold them for. I thought they would sell for about $60, but they didn't. They sold for $44.77, and they sold on eBay, and they went to Wanamingo, Minneapolis. No, not Minneapolis, Minnesota. Wanamingo. Anybody ever heard of that? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. That first tie-dye top went to Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay, then I sold this little Bershka floral midi skirt in a size large. This was really pretty. It had sort of a flouncy bottom hem. The hem started around here, and sort of flared out a little bit. It was a pretty little skirt. I had a few people interested in it. It sold on eBay, and it sold for $20. That was the best offer. And they paid $4.50 shipping. That was, what date did I sell it on? The 25th. So I think that was the very first day the shipping went up. So they paid $4.50, but the shipping was, I paid $3.49. It hardly weighed anything, so that was good. Then on Poshmark, I sold this pair of BDG flats. They were suede in this lime green. I think I bought these. I'm pretty sure I bought these myself at Goodwill. They went to Houston, Texas. Now, there's my Texas sale. Even though I've only sold 5 things, you'll notice that I still have a Texas sale, and I will have a California sale here in the next one. So those little suede shoes went to Houston, Texas. Oh, they sold for $15, and I got $12 out of that. And my last thing, I was really happy to sell this because when I bought it, I didn't look at the sizing good. It said XL, 14 to 16, but that's a girl's size. It's not a women's size, of course. It's a girl's dress. The dress, probably a really extra small girl or woman could fit in this. It was so pretty. It was black, crinkly fabric, like sort of a, I don't know what you call that. It's not gauze. It's crepey. It's like crepe. And it had these pretty sort of bell sleeves and this beautiful embroidery up the front and on the shoulders. It was so pretty. And I've had this forever. And that was the tag on it. It was by Art Class. Extra large, 14-16. So it's a girl's extra large. But it's sold for I sent out an offer of $17.77, and somebody bought it. And it went to Guasti, California. So there's my California sale. They paid $4.50 shipping, but it cost me going out to California. It cost me $5.98. So I did lose some money, $1.50 of money sending it out to California. But I've had it a long time and it's sold. So there you go. So that's it. That is it, folks. Let me get you back here. Okay. The tie-dye was thread up. Okay. Great picture of the boots. Yeah, I thought I was so surprised that they didn't sell because they were in excellent condition too. Oh, the BDG, the flats were from you. Okay. Oh, I remember because you had stuffed something into the nose of the flats. I remember now. Yes. Yeah. But anyway, I was watching, of course, YouTube. A lot of times I'll have it on when I'm listing if I don't really want to, it's not something I have to see. But Ryan from Ryan Roots, had a very good YouTube video on today, or yesterday it might have been on, where he talks about unpaid buyers, how maddening that is, because it takes your things out of inventory immediately. And the little ding that I think the person that ends up not paying, period, it's not much at all, I don't think. So, and like somebody said, these unpaid buyers that have no feedback, they just, if they get taken off of eBay, they just go on and make another, they just go on and make, sign up again and have another account. So I don't know what they have to, it's only on, they can only do it when you have best offer on. If you have just best, if you just have buy it now, that's an immediate payment they have to make, okay? But eBay, I assume from all they said that they like you to have best offer on. Well, when you have best offer on, they don't require an immediate payment. They have, I don't know how long to pay for it. And those are the ones that always, come, they don't pay for it right away. And if they go more than a couple days, I know that they're probably not going to pay. And I send them all kinds of invoices and reminders. And if they don't pay after the second reminder, they're not going to pay for it. So, but there's nothing I can do. It's out of inventory and I can't put it back in until the case is closed that eBay opens against them. And it's just maddening. And everybody, there were thousands of people on Ryan's YouTube channel talking about this. It's not like eBay isn't being asked about this, asked to do something about this, because it's not just the little teensy sellers like me, it's the big sellers too, because Ryan doesn't consider himself a big seller, but he certainly is. So that is just maddening. After I've been watching these YouTube videos, I've sort of decided which videos are the most motivating videos for me. And the one that I think motivates me the most is Daily Refinement. Chris from Daily Refinement. Now, he's a huge seller, but he puts YouTube videos on for the small sellers out there to tell you how to do things and what, he is very motivating to me. He put one on yesterday about new eBay sellers and how he goes from getting his things in a bag when he gets thrifted clothing. It's not about when he buys things wholesale or, big lots of things, buys out stores. It's about thrifting things and how he moves down the line. He has 2 big storage sheds that he has this all set up in. And he shows you his whole setup. And it's amazing. And he's all for speed, how he gets things done. He sells like $40,000 a week, or could be a week. I mean, he's big time seller. But he's very down to earth and he's so smart. And I enjoy listening to him. DePesto, I have 190 in unpaid items right now. It's so frustrating. I just hate that about I hate that about eBay, that they're not doing something about this. It's affecting both big sellers and small sellers. It's not just, you know. I tried to just take off best offer altogether. I may not have tried it long enough because I panicked. I panic easily. But one time in the past year, I took best offer off of everything. Mostly because I was so disgusted with lowball offers is why I did it. And I think I left it, I don't even think I left it off a full week before I panicked, because my sales dropped right down. But I don't know if I would have kept it like that, because there are sellers that don't have best offer on. And there's other sellers that say you have to have best offer on. So it's hard to, it's hard to know what to do. But at least I'm not doing anything now, so maybe I should try it. I don't think it could get much worse. I have promoted listing. I have really high promoted listings on, which also doesn't make any sense. That's supposed to be helping me. So, and Susan A. Wells says you have to give it a long time. You can't just give it a week or two. So I've had it on since last month sometime, the middle of December. So I've had it on like a month and a half. I have the trending amount plus 2%. So that's a lot from what I used to do. And if I look something up of mine, it'll be on. Maybe my stuff is just, maybe it's just not anything that anybody wants. That's what my daughter keeps asking me. Well, do you have quality things? Well, I have things. I mean, there's things on there for everybody, right? I'm thinking maybe I should go through, and I'm always thinking I should lower my prices. And then there's other people say you should increase your prices. So it's just hard to know what to do. But anyway, I went on, Nick and Andrea are on in the UK. They come on like an hour before I come on here. I don't know what time it is over there, probably in the early evening when they come on. So I was watching, and they said hi to me a couple times and read what I put on, which makes me so happy. And the two of them together, they make me laugh so much. It's really fun to watch them. So I have to remember every Sunday, at 3:00 my time, I need to go watch them more often. So that is what I wanted to say. Wanted to give Daily Refinements a shout out for being the most motivating for me. And that Ryan Roots about non-paying buyers, I went on and added my name to that too when he put that on there. Wait here, but Daily Refinement and Tech and Sports, that's all they sell is everyday items. Yes, I know. Yeah, he said that in this last, and Tech and Sports is huge. even bigger than Daily Refinement. Yeah, and they just sell everyday items. And look how many they sell, and they sell like $20 items. So I don't know what else to do except that the fact that they have so many. Maybe you just have to have a huge amount. You're my motivator. Oh dear, that's not good since I'm not doing too well here. Well, thank you for that. I wish I could figure out for us how to get things going. I've tried auctions. I don't do anything on auctions, and that's another place that they cannot pay on. List new items daily. That's what that's what they do. They list a huge amount of new items daily. Not new with tags. I'm talking about just new, new to the account. So I think possibly that's what I'm going to have to do. I thought this going through my inventory would work, and I still have to finish it because I can't just half finish something. That would drive me crazy. I have to finish. I'm almost 3/4 of the, well, no, I'm maybe halfway through because I have all the hanging things upstairs and the shelf things and all that. But as far as the bins go, I'm probably 3/4 of the way through the clothing bins. And if I'm not getting credit for ending items and selling similar, I might as well just go through and edit them and just pull the ones that I'm finding that we're missing, because that's much faster if I just edit the things, because I'm editing the listing things that I have to have on there. By the way, I still have 139 things that I'm supposed to have on by tomorrow. Or no, the 5th of whatever date it is in February. I have 139 more to do. That's what I should be working on. The listing. What do they call? Bumblebee, help me. Whenever I try to think of a word, it just goes. My sister and I were talking about that. It just goes away for a while. I certainly hope I'm not on the verge of Alzheimer's. I hope that's not an Alzheimer's thing. If it is, my daughter better hurry up and learn these platforms. Oh. So anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, those category things. What is that called? It's going to drive me crazy now. Let me see if I can find it. Item specifics. There it is. Hope I didn't lose you. Yeah, item specifics. I had to cheat. You have a book on it? Yeah, my sister, that's what her husband had. She says it's just aging. Well, yeah, I sure have that. It's maddening. Sanjay Gupta. Do you know who he is? He's the doctor on CNN. He wrote a book on your brain. And some of the things that they've been saying all along will help you with your memory and your brain and all this, like doing crossword puzzles and all that. Whereas that helps, but he's, in his book, he's found out that actual physical physical activity, like walking or exercising, all that stuff we don't like to do, that will help your brain more than, say, doing crossword puzzles and things, and interacting with people. See, that's where the interaction with people, that's where a lot of the things have stopped for me. Other than what I do here on YouTube with you people, I don't interact with anybody. I don't know if interacting with your dog and talking to your dog counts. Here, let me see. Lindy Glenn said to be sure and use the drop-down menu when filling those item specifics. Using the drop-down menu. A drop-down menu. I'll have to think about that more. I'm not sure what that means. I think she had a thing about it. Maybe I should go back and watch that. The drop-down menu. Exactly. Those two things have been missing during COVID. Right. Yeah. Well, I hope after this and we get out to be normal again, I'm hoping that happens. Oh, coffee is supposed to keep you from getting Alzheimer's. Oh, yay. But yeah, look at all the coffee Bob drank. So no, I don't think that works. He drank huge amounts of coffee. I only drink 2 cups a day now. Only because if I drink too much, I used to drink a lot more, but it started bothering my stomach a little bit. So if I keep it to 2 cups, my morning cup, and sometimes I'll just have a second cup right away, or sometimes I'll have my second cup like now in the afternoon. But I love coffee. My sister drinks coffee, but she doesn't love coffee. She loves creamer. She might as well just drink a cup full of the hazelnut or whatever caramel creamer. Sue, do you ever drink just a cup of coffee with half and half in it, and some sugar, where you actually taste the coffee? Towards the end, he stopped having any coffee at all. Yeah, no, she doesn't. Yeah, my daughter loves coffee too. She drinks regular and flavored. And she does love her Starbucks. So all of that is flavored. Frappuccinos and macchiatos and all those are flavored. But she does make regular coffee too. And she uses it for energy. It gives her a lot of energy. So I don't know. I don't know if it gives me energy or not. I did try the bullet coffee when it first came out. I should go back to drinking, because people swear by that. And I do have the little stir thing and everything to make it. I do have the real beef-fed Irish butter, the really good butter I use to use in it. I should start drinking that and see if that really ups my energy, because it's supposed to. So we'll see, but I don't think they put any sugar in it. I'll have to go back and read the real recipe for bullet coffee. I wish I didn't love sugar so much, because it's so bad for everything. I liked Daily Refinement. He made a video, I think it was yesterday, where he was saying life is not worth living unless you can have a donut or a pastry or that cake or something. Yeah. If you stop drinking, you could get a headache. Oh, I never stopped drinking coffee. No. I don't think it's the sugar. I think it's if I stop drinking coffee. If I go a whole day without coffee, I'll start to get a headache. I remember when I was up at Mom and Dad's and I had been off coffee. I had decided to go off coffee for some reason. I don't know why. Way back. I was young. I got such a horrible headache. I had to go to bed with it. And that's what it was from. The minute I drank a cup of coffee, my headache went away. You drink 1 cup a day. Yeah, you drink it. But see, I like you drink your coffee all day long from the same container and it's cold. I like hot coffee. Hey, somebody's here. JJ. Hi, Shirley. You had a couple of shout outs from Nick and Andrea. Hope your sakes are good. That could be a spelling error or something. I don't know what that means. Sales. That must mean sales. I'm sorry. Yes. Hope my sales are good. No, they're not. They're not, but I'm just plugging along. Yeah, sales. I see that you corrected it afterwards. I had a shout out. Oh, good. Yeah, I was on with them for a while live. Yeah, I enjoy them so much. There's a couple other from the UK that I watch, but I watch them the most. So that is all I had for you. Very sad sales this week. But I'm thinking maybe I should have another business. I actually started to think about starting to paint it again. If I could go out and go to the store and pick out paints, I could buy things online, I suppose, and try my hand and see if I could still paint. Who else do I like on let's see. I like their friend from he's from Australia, actually, Lex from Australia. And I like, her name is Susan. What's her YouTube name? She sells toys mostly and jewelry. And then there's a couple, what are their names? See, I don't follow them enough to even know their names. Who do you follow, JJ? Do you follow people on in the UK? I was trying to think of the younger girl's name I was following, but I'm thinking that she's from Australia too. Back from Burnout, I think is her YouTube name. but I'm pretty sure she's from the UK. Not from the UK, from Australia. Yeah, I'll have to write down their names when I go on and watch. Carla, yes. Carla, I watch Carla once in a while. Usually they're friends of Nick and Andrea. That's how I find them then and go and watch them. Yeah. And what's her name? She does a lot of jewelry. And she does a YouTube video every single day in the morning, and she always has that little calendar that she changes the date on. Oh, can't think of her name. I watch her a lot. And yeah, pretty much there. Yeah, Lex. I watch Lex, but that's not who I'm thinking about. Shelley. Yes, Shelley. Yes, I watch Shelley. I enjoy watching her. Yeah, there's a few. It's because I wish I lived there. Especially right now. But that's a whole other story that I don't want to get into here on my channel. But they are having as much trouble as we are, or more. They are really in quarantined right now. YouTube is better. YouTube is better than TV. Oh, for sure. YouTube is better. And from YouTube, I pretty much I watch the news a little bit to make sure we're not being bombed or something. And then I go to iMovie. I go to Prime Video or Netflix. And I watch a movie. I watch a movie a day, usually. I've found out that, and it's hard to find a good movie. I think I've watched all the good ones. And there are some really horrible movies out there. Movies, I mean by horrible, I mean that you wonder why they even spent the money to make this movie. Yeah. I would love to come over there. Unfortunately, I won't fly in a plane anymore. That's a long flight. And it would be how many years before we can fly again? But I stopped flying how many years ago, Sue? The last time we were in Florida, when we cleaned out the house down there, that was the last time I flew. A long time. And I think it would be too long of a boat ride. I wouldn't get on a big ship anyway, either. I'm such a chicken now. I used to be the opposite when I was young. Although I don't think I ever liked flying. Maybe the first few times I flew, I liked it. The first times, I didn't fly till after my divorce from my kid's father. When I was, how old was I, Sue? In my late 30s. That's when I first flew. And my girlfriends and I, they were nurses. We flew for a vacation in the Bahamas. That's the first place I flew. Then I met somebody in the Bahamas named Dwight. And he worked for the American Airlines. Was it American Airlines? I forget now, of course. He worked for the airlines and he could fly free. So he surprised me one time and came to visit me. Then I think I flew back to the Bahamas at least twice. I took my son, who was just young. He was only like, I don't know, 10 years old, 11 years old, 10 years old when he went with me. We used to fly to Florida. We had, that's where my second husband's, my real husband's parents lived. They had lived in Ohio, and when they retired, they moved and bought a place on Anna Maria Island in Florida. It was beautiful back then, before it got really saturated with tourists. But yeah, Sue's been down there. We had lots of fun vacations down there. Had a boat. It was right on the Gulf of Mexico. And yeah, that was fun times. Spent a lot of time down there. And yeah, after my husband died, his parents died, then of course the house became ours. It was a duplex, actually. It was 2 units. So we had 2 units. So when we went down, somebody could stay in one unit, somebody in the other unit. And then when I sold, after my husband died, it was sold. I sold it off, but I held the note on the sale. So I made lots of money holding the note all those years. And then finally they bought me out. Somebody from each side, it was divided into, made it like condos. This is probably very boring. Anyways, like the duplex, one house became 2. So it was 2 separate units. And both people finally bought me out. And that's how that went. You've been to Anna Maria Island? Ah, yes. Yes, this is a gorgeous place. I don't know how it is now. It's probably a lot more populated, but a lot busier. It was busy during tourist times. We tried to go down there when it wasn't tourist time. We would go down there more in the summer when it was god awful hot. But yeah, but if you live right on the water or close to on the water, we lived right across the little road from the water, you get a nice sea breeze all the time. I don't know how people live in Florida inland that don't get that breeze all the time, because wow, it is hot and humid because you're right on the water. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful memories. Lots of fishing and swimming in the Gulf, beaching. Yeah. JJ, you'd love to visit Florida. Well, when this is all over, you come visit Florida. Yeah. There's a lot of beautiful places in Florida. Beautiful beaches, too. All right, I am going to close, and I'm surprised Dexter hasn't been in here. He was sound asleep, so I didn't wake him up to feed him, so he hasn't eaten. So I have to go feed him, put my chickens. I don't have to do anything with my chickens till dusk. Go see how deep the snow is getting. So stay safe, everybody. And I will be back on Wednesday or Thursday You'd stay at the Sandcastle? Sandcastle. That sounds really familiar. Was it right along the beach? Right on the beach? Sounds real familiar. I'm sure if I'd see it, I'd know it. Because it's not a real big island. You'd know pretty much everything. Yeah. So I will say bye for now, and hopefully sales will get better. And I am going to do the tie thing right after I get through with this bin. I'm going up and sort out my ties and start listing those. See if that works. Thanks, Bumblebee. Yeah, right on the beach. I'm sure I sort of know which one it is. I will see you probably Thursday. Thursday at tea time. My time, 4 o'clock. I will be, see you then.